Good morning, LinkedIn family. It is a thankful Thursday, and I'm always very thankful for new connections and giving everyone the chance to meet these new connections because I say this all the time. One connection can change a life, and I really believe that Joanna here is one of those connections. So if you're not connected to her, if you're not following her, if you're definitely not engaging with her, you need to, because you never know who's going to be that person that can change your life. So Joanna Chodorowska. Did I do that right this time?
You got it. That was
We
perfect.
yeah, we actually met through a different group that we're both attending, and she has such an amazing story that I am just so blessed to have her here on Coffee with Bob. Joanna, thank you so much for being on the show today. You've got a story to tell, and I really think you should share it with us about how you became, how you came into holistic nutrition. I mean, this is just amazing. Can you share with us?
Sure. So I'm going to kind of backtrack to I am a competitive athlete and I fell into triathlon. For years, some of the people that I played softball with, that would do the Chicago Triathlon. And I'm like, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. Like, why would you do a thing like that? And then I broke my wrist bike riding. And I started to swim. And then I was like, all right, I can swim, I can bike, I can run. Why not try one of these triathlon things? And I just fell in love with it.
Wow.
And then it was, sprints, Olympics, then half Ironman, then the full Ironman, And so I did my first Ironman in '99 in August up in Lake Placid.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 months later, I was more tired than I've ever been in my whole entire life. And I was already working with a holistic doctor and a holistic nutritionist. And basically I was diagnosed with adrenal exhaustion because, the competitive athlete can't just be tired. They had to go like full off the cliff. And, I thought I could fly, but I obviously couldn't. So I literally had to rebuild from that experience, and nutrition was really the foundation. And I lost so many parts of me. It was really, I had to work on the physical, emotional, and the mental side of it, plus the spiritual side, which is now what I incorporate in my holistic nutrition. That yes, we're working on the nutrition, but it's also how do you fuel your mind? How do you feed your soul at the same time? And so after I went through that whole, it was really an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I really took that as, being a competitive athlete, I also took my recovery as competitive as well, and had to relearn what it was that made me happy, and what were the things that made me tick. Mm-hmm. And nutrition was really the foundation of getting my body back to normal. But then I had to work through all those mental things because my mind remembered the athlete before the fatigue. And so when I had a really good day, I'm like, great, I'm going to go ride 2 hours. Well, I'd be dead tired for the next 5 days. And after doing that a couple of times, I'm like, maybe there's a way that when you feel really good, you go for 45 minutes, maybe. And because you want like a string of 3 or 5 days in a row rather than one and be knocked out for the next 4.
Right.
So it was a lot of regrouping, listening to my body. And I think that was the first time I had actually ever listened to what my body actually needed, because my mind wanted to go and my body's like, I don't think so. Not today.
So now you've taken everything that all this knowledge that you've gained and practical experience that you've gained, and now you've packaged it up to help others.
Absolutely. And it's something where a lot of people go to their doctors, and the doctors just want to be pill pushers. They're like, oh, you have this imbalance. Oh, this came up on your blood work. Here, you need this medication. And so often it's really just a reevaluation of, okay, well, what are you eating? How are you eating? Are you even enjoying the food that you're eating? How's your sleep? How's the quality of your sleep? What's your stress like? And with every client that I've had over the course of the last 18 years, I always ask them when they're coming to me for pain or GI distress or they just don't feel right. Like I just don't feel like myself. Did these symptoms start when you were under a period of stress or a time of either intense stress or a prolonged period of stress? And 99.8% of those people say yes, there was a stressful event. So it's really helping them not just kind of rebuild from the nutritional side, but also understand, okay, well, how did you get here? How do we undo the pieces and unravel the layers so that your body starts to thrive again and you feel better than you ever have?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also under the premise that your body can heal given the right tools. So it's just providing the right tools that most people don't know about that can help them to really ignite their body's natural ability to heal.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And I got to believe that over the course of the pandemic, as we're coming out of it, or maybe even going back into it, depending on who you listen to,
Right.
that a lot of this must be going on for a lot of people.
Well, I think the stress is really the key part, that a lot of people just don't know what to do with the stress. And like for me, when I was, doing my Ironman training, it's like, athletics was the only place, the only time I felt safe and the only time I felt free. It was really my only coping mechanism. I've obviously in the last 20 years developed a few others, but that was my only coping mechanism until the stress relief was also a stressor. So it's really helping clients to kind of work through that and really kind of identify, well, is it a mental, spiritual, emotional aspect that's affecting the way that you're choosing to fuel your body? Or is it something else that needs to be addressed? Because it's not a one size fits all kind of program that I offer. And the Be Whole program is really addressing all those layers so that you can really identify and really connect with who you are, what you want, and what is it that your body wants now, today.
Yeah. And you call that the Be Whole program?
I call it the Be Whole program. Yeah. Because a lot of us feel broken, and it's really we're really whole anyway. None of us are really broken. We just have holes in our armor. So it's all about identifying where are those holes, where are the energy leaks, and seal those holes with love so that you basically feel, more complete and you feel more resilient and more capable of the things that you can do.
Wow. And this is not a program that's just for athletes, right? I mean, it's for non-athletes and everyday people, right?
It's for anybody who has issues with GI distress, pain, chronic health issues that literally they've hit a dead end, and the doctor just wants to give you more and more medications. And the body doesn't crave medications. A lot of times it's like, okay, we've got to do some of the energy work to identify, where in your life did the joy get snuffed out, and how can we put the joy back in? And it's sometimes as simple as that. Like, okay, let's just put the joy back in.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I know just in the short time that we've known each other, it's just been for a few weeks now, I've learned a lot, and I'm so appreciative that you've been on the show. If you're
I feel blessed to have the opportunity to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. If you're not connected with Joanne, if you're not following with her, if you're not engaging where you have to, make sure you look in the comments below because there'll be links to all her various sites that she can be located at: Facebook, Instagram, and I assume I'm pretty sure you have a website too. I forgot off the top of my head, so I apologize.
The website is www.nutritioninmotion.net.
Perfect, and we'll have that link below. Joanne, thank you again. I appreciate you, and we'll be talking again in a couple of days anyway.
All right, absolutely, and thank you for the opportunity, and have a blessed week.
Yes, you too. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.